Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and for today's brick build, I'm finally assembling my LEGO Millennium Falcon. And I know exactly what you're thinking. What the hell's an aluminum falcon? Believe it or not, I've kept this set in its box for the last year or so. It was a gift from somebody. I'd say that out of all the vehicles in the Star Wars universe, the Millennium Falcon would be my favorite one. You're going to watch me build that? You're braver than I thought. With plenty of builder's juice on hand. And, of course, my trusty lunch trays to help me separate bricks. It's probably worth more inside the box, but oh well. We have quite a few numbered bags inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one. An unnumbered bag, another 4, another 3, another 5, a 6, a 2, a 4, and another 5. I haven't even started to assemble it yet, and I'm already disappointed. Stickers. 2 instruction booklets? This'll take a while. I mentioned it when I first received this set, but I'm very grateful that it happened. Thanks again for donating to my wish list. On my mark, get set, build! This is LEGO set number 7965, the Millennium Falcon, with 1,254 pieces inside, 6 mini figures, including Darth Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, who happens to have a face with the blast shield down. You may have caught that in A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie. Chewbacca, old Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Princess Leia, as she was also seen in the very first Star Wars film, Episode 4. Interesting to note, originally this time-lapse video was about 14 minutes long. I sped that up by a factor of 4, so hopefully you will remain interested through the duration of this video. I've loved Star Wars for most of my life, although when I grew up watching Star Wars, we didn't have LEGO sets like these. I wasn't even a fan of LEGO through much of my adult life until a friend of mine, a member of this community, ended up bringing me the LEGO Star Destroyer set, and that's what rekindled my passion and interest for the LEGO brick. I actually just started listening to an audiobook titled Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. It's available right now through audible.com/lockernome. That will get you a free 30-day trial and 1 free audiobook download. And if you're a fan of LEGO, of any age, I'm sure you'll enjoy listening to the history of LEGO. Time really did fly when I was assembling this set. Although I didn't have to use both lunch trays, really only one was required since the bags were numbered. That does make it a bit easier for one person to handle, although I would have appreciated having Diana on hand, if only to make it a team effort like we did for the Tantive 4 build. I didn't need to use a brick separator more than once or twice, although this set did not come with one. I have plenty on hand, and they are certainly recommended for anybody who does any degree of LEGO set building, or even if you have LEGO bricks lying around. A separator is key. I have several LEGO Star Wars sets waiting to be assembled, and I can't keep up with the amount of sets that are being released these days. Not that I'm complaining. Being someone who's more a fan of the minifigures, though, it does really take a lot for me to assemble a set, and I knew I wanted to put this together, if only because I figured many people in this community would want to see the build and my experience and review of the Millennium Falcon from LEGO, at least this version of it. So let me go ahead and ask you a question directly, and feel free to respond in a comment. If there was any LEGO set out there today, or maybe from the past, that you would like to see me assemble in a video in this channel, what would it be and why? I'm really curious to know who else is out there who subscribed to this channel because you're also passionate about the things that I'm passionate about, being a geek and well into adulthood and still very proud of being a geek, to the point where I'm very happy to do this for you. And there we are, clocked in just shy of 3.5 hours. She sure is a beauty, even without stickers. The radar dish, guns on the top and the bottom. and it breaks for nobody. Here's Ben training Luke to keep his hair on, and Han trying to explain to Leia that her father keeps following them. I rather appreciate the design that went into this Millennium Falcon, as these flaps pull back individually to reveal inside. I kind of wish the original Kenner toy did the same thing. Chewie may need to put down his crossbow before using those tools. No, Han, Leia can't play you in a game of chess, though we can't really tell that's a chessboard. Chewie can't play either, even though it's wise to let the Wookiee win because he's working too. Maybe you should get to work. Let me guess. In the next trilogy, we find out that Darth Vader built the Millennium Falcon too. Use the Force, Luke, to learn to pick up your cup when you're done with it. Careful! Those cannons are loaded.
Look, sir! 4 projectiles!
The ramp doesn't have too much clearance, but I can't imagine you using it all that much anyway. It's close quarters for Han and Chewie in the cockpit, but I'd still say this set's a winner. If you want to buy the LEGO Millennium Falcon for yourself, or any other LEGO set for that matter, please use the link in this video's description so that I can get credit for the referral. Thanks again for subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing all our videos.